Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Lord of the Rings online Let's Play, and we are back with Baradbeam, and today we're going to continue the quest that we had started last time, finding these papers to tear down, and some upset people to go make sure that they're no longer upset. So let's head out and see if we can't find some of these papers and whatnot. Here's another paper. Let's cheer up this guy. Get this paper. One. I'm hoping they put them in plain sight. All of them, so there's not one that's just like back there or something. This. Get you. I will not despair. I need one more of each. Ah, here we go. Here's two of them. Why'd they put it so low? Okay, talk to Gladden at the south end of the second circle. Can do that. I also did some things in between episodes where I used these Virtue of the Valar. I don't know where we got them from, but I got all the virtues that we currently are using up to 51. So I guess we'll earn empathy, I suppose. So we should be doing more damage and having more health and all that good stuff. Brown, 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 brown. Alright, Gladden. I think this is you over here. Yes, it is.
Some men in the garrison have begun listening to these whispers.
You have done well to inspire some of the common folk that listen to the lies of the withered tree. It is all too easy to listen to their whispers when there is little certainty that a new day will dawn tomorrow. We cannot listen or we will give in to despair, and that only ensures that the dawn will be further off. Some men in the garrison have also begun to listen to these despairing whispers. Find them on the northern side of the city in the second circle and speak words of courage to inspire them to go on. Perhaps tales of your adventures will help, Baradbeam. Find them and stir their hearts to bravery, or they will be of no use to anyone in the battle to come. Okay, and we're on the second circle. Ooh, we gotta go all the way over there. Okay. Do. So I'm getting ready to go on a vacation here. If you're watching these as they are published, we'll probably have to take a week off. I'm trying my best to get stuff loaded up. But it's also my birthday, the 15th. Oh, I'm stuck. And with my sister here, we're going to be celebrating a little bit, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get stuff published while I'm on vacation. But I'm really looking forward to the vacation. It's going to be, we're going on a cruise. And we're going to go to Aruba and Curacao and Coco Cay. So it should be quite a good deal of fun. Alright, who am I after here? Up on the wall, maybe?
How can we hope to have victory?
We heard the news from beyond the north gate of the second Morgul host, and I was watching with my own two eyes when the Prince of Dol Amroth came back to the city with Faramir. The young captain's face was as pale as death. His father, the steward, lets none in to see him. He may have already died for all we know. You are an adventurer, but I would wager you have never been in this grim situation before. How can we hope to have victory? Nay, not even that. How can we hope to survive? Which tale? Memory of Arkador? I'm gonna tell him of Arkador. You speak of the hidden guard in Arkador's noble sacrifice before Dol Guldur. Can it be?
Can we find such courage as this?
I do not know, Baradbeam, but I know that we will try. We are men of Gondor. We will not give up hope, not now and not ever. You have reminded us that even when the night is darkest, dawn must come at its ending, and will banish even blackest midnight. You have my thanks, adventurer, for the reminder that courage can be found even when it is thought lost. Alright, back to Ekadon. I'm not sure if you can hear them, but my sister got a pair of parakeets. And they're right outside my recording room. So if you can hear birds squawking, I do apologize. I'm pretty sure you can't hear them unless you can hear them while I'm talking. Parakeets can be pretty noisy. Oh, come on. Don't lag. All of laws. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, getting back to Ekadon here. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the vacation. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to be in warm weather again too. Our winter hasn't really been that bad, but
I fear this will get worse before it gets better.
I thank you for inspiring my men to go on, at least for a little while. I must confess something to you, however. I myself am worried. This is going to get worse before it gets better. We will stand against it for as long as we can, will we not? We will. With adventurers such as you aiding in the defense, we may stand a little longer than we might, Baradbeam. I'm glad for it. Okay, now we gotta talk to Eredor. Complete a long siege. Eredor is on the 6th circle, the Master's tier. Okay, let's go find... Wrong button. Go find, the horse. To get up to the Master's tier. Where's the horse? Should be coming up here. Right here. I would like
These
to
are
go
troublesome times indeed.
Master's tier. Alright, and to find Eredor. I think he's the guy that was in here. Yep.
The council has a plan to assess the city's food stocks.
I'm glad you came back, Baradbeam. The council has just heard Ingold's report of the situation in Talith Anor. The captain of the Outwall painted a picture, but it was not a rosy one. Marithian and Marudal have been working on a plan to assess the food stocks and other supplies within the city, and they could use your assistance. They are right over there, and will be glad to have your help. Where? Over here.
The deadliest enemy during a long siege? Hunger.
The burden of governance is heavy, but it is especially so in time of war. We have not seen Steward Denethor since Prince Emerhill carried his son back to the city, but we do not need to hear his words to know what awaits us. A siege, possibly a long one. The greatest enemy during a long siege is not necessarily the foe outside the gates, Baradbeam. The greatest enemy is hunger. With the gates shut, we will not be able to resupply the city. The farms and fields that feed Minas Tirith during peacetime will be cut off from us by the lines of the enemy. They might as well be on the moon for all the good they will do for us. The only food we will get is the food we already have. Marudal can tell you more, but it is a worrisome fact that we might simply not have enough.
These inventories will help us ration food during the siege.
I've taken stock of the flow of goods into the city over the past few days and combined it with the existing list of food and supplies we were storing. This has given me an inventory of our goods, Baradbeam, and I have divided it into sections for each of the main storage rooms of Minas Tirith. I ask that you take these inventories, one for the goods of the upper stores and one for the goods of the lower stores. Speak to the guards outside each and show them my mark, and they will allow you inside. Compare the inventory with the actual goods and ensure that we have all of the supplies we expect. Only then will we be able to properly ration the supplies if the siege proves to be long. Okay. And where are these? Upper stores and lower stores? They're not on the map. Find the entrance to the upper stores in the northeast section of the 5th circle. Oh, it is on the map. Okay. Need to go right there. That's frustrating. Okay. I need to go to 5th circle, which is the sages tier.
How may I help you, friend?
The upper stores are guarded to prevent unlawful access to the goods within.
You are welcome to enter the stores, but remove nothing.
Stop, friend. On whose authority do you seek to gain access to the upper stores? You show Tulharil the inventory from Miradul, and she recognizes a mark of the warden of the stores. Aye, that is his mark. You are welcome to enter the stores and compare its contents to your inventory, but remove nothing. Go to the very back. Use the upper store's inventory. I have it in my inventory? I do. A thorough comparison reveals that the contents of the upper stores are properly accounted. Man, we're lagging something fierce today. Find the entrance to the lower stores just north of the main gate to the city in the 1st circle. Hello? There we go. Alright, main gate. Uh-oh. There we go. Ride the horse. Don't become the horse. Just north of the main gate to the city in the 1st circle. Where? Over here.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith? Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
Oh, this is not it. Okay. It's over here. Must be that. Chickens!
Go inside, if you must. It's a waste of time and effort.
Stop. Why do you seek to access the lower stores? No one is supposed to be allowed inside. You show Dirian the inventory from Miradol and say that you are here to compare the record of the goods with the actual supplies within. Why? Is there really a need for this sort of extra work? Shouldn't we be more concerned with the bolstering the defenses? Once the enemy is lined up outside the walls of the city, Miradol may wish he had not wasted effort on the redundant task to which he has sent you. This is his mark. You may go inside if you must, but I think it is a foolish waste of time and effort. Finish your task quickly, and may you turn your eye to the more important errands afterwards. Okay, lower stores. There's not much in here. God, we're lagging really bad. The inventory does not match the contents of the lower stores. Some food is missing. Yeah, a lot of food. Talk to Dirian. Yes, are you finished? You tell Dirian that some of the food appears to be missing. I see. I should have mentioned this when you arrived, but I have had my suspicions for some time now that there might be a rat problem inside the stores. They must have gnawed their way in and spirited away some of the food, especially the grains and cheeses.
Yes. Are you finished?
You should tell Miradol he may need to account for slightly lower totals of food for the coming siege. Might be best if he lowers the tally of food he expects to ration. The rats will keep getting into it, I imagine. Nothing to be done. Really, I don't think it's rats. I think there's some bamboozling going on here. Alright, now we need to go back up to Master's tier.
Gondor needs your aid.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Wow, I've never seen it this bad before. The flight path is messing up, it's so bad. Okay. Go back to the Dome of the Sun. I mean, I guess this is a good way to get people to get familiar with the city.
have all the goods we expect?
How do the inventories compare, Baradbeam? Do we have all the goods we expect? You tell Miradol that the upper stores are fully accounted, but Darian believes that rats are to blame for the disparity between the inventory of the lower stores and the goods actually kept there. Miradol nods. Ah, I see. That is a shame, but it is not terribly surprising. Rats need to eat as well, and they can sense coming danger as well or better than we can. Makes sense to me that rats might covet our goods. I will see the total amount of food to be rationed slightly lower than I planned in order to account for the rats. Thank you, Baradbeam. Want me to go kill the rats? Miradol may be convinced, but your suspicions remain. Confront Darian outside the lower stores. Really, I gotta go back down there again? Okay, back to the main gate. And I don't know if it's my internet or it's the game lagging like this.
How may I help you, friend?
Please, talk to me, please. Main gate, swift travel, please. Alright, let's go back and confront the guard here.
All right, I admit the deed. What will you do?
You have come back. Did you tell Miradol about the rats? Tell Darian that you do not believe his story about rats and that you think he has been stealing food from the stores. His brow knits with rage and his eyes darken. When he finally speaks, his voice is despaired. Have mercy upon me, Lord Master. I admit the deed. My family could not bear to leave the city, and when the order to evacuate came, they hid within the house. They are there still. This is their home, and they could not bear to leave it, or me. My wife Mundil, my sons Kunir, my daughter Fional, they will not be accounted for when Miradol rations out the food. If I do not steal some of the food for them, they will go hungry. So I have set aside a small amount. Is that a crime? Have mercy. What will you do? If you turn me in, you will doom my family. Help me, Baradbeam, or do nothing. Better than have my family's lives upon your conscience. Forgive him, turn him in. I'm gonna forgive him.
You understand.
Oh,
You have
Baradbeam,
my thanks.
I am
and that of
relieved.
my family.
You understand. Oh, Baradbeam, I am relieved you can see this from my point of view. You have my family's thanks and my own. You can go to the Dome of the Sun and tell Miradol that I will do my best to take care of the rats. I will be forever in your debt. I thank you, nobleman, for your understanding. That's a nice robe. Alright, back up. Whoops. Missed the horse.
How may I help you, friend?
Master's tier? Yes. I should put that robe on, huh? But where did it go? Maybe we didn't get it yet. Get it when we turn it in. Wrong button. I've been playing too much Star Wars. Shift 1 is my mount in Star Wars. Alright.
I see. Very good. Tell Dirion the city and the council are indebted to him.
Ah, the guard of the lower stores plans to take care of the rats. Very good, very good. I will adjust my food rationing plan to account for a slightly lower inventory of foodstuffs. Perhaps his actions will help curb the gnawing little nuisances. Thank you for your help with this, Baradbeam. Tell Dirion I am glad he has taken this effort upon himself, and the city thanks him for his duty. Oh my god, we gotta talk to him again. This is unbelievable. I feel like all we're doing the past 2 episodes is running back and forth around these tiers. Come on.
How may I help you, friend?
Okay, we'll do this. Hopefully that's the last time we have to go down there, and then we'll go talk to Mithrandir. Gandalf. Hello, other player. Come on. You can do it. Myrildol will not look into the matter of the rats any longer, and I will be able to take the food I need for my family to survive. You have made all this possible, my friend. Know that my wife and children thank you as well. Mundil and Kunir and Final. These are the names of people you have saved this day. Remember them and they will remember you, and fondly. Alright, give me that robe. Alright. I mean, your family's probably dead, but when the orcs come, they should have probably evacuated with everyone else.
These are troublesome
Alright,
times.
is there a way I
indeed.
can get to the Citadel? No. But I can go to Master's Tier. And get up to the Citadel. And we got our new robe. Box 2 essences. Okay, let's get these 2 essences. Let's get this. And then we'll take our robe. Put in some essences. How about vitality? And how about a little will? What am I doing? I'm going up to the Citadel to see Mithrandir. You're here. Alright, Gandalf. Hello, friend. 105, Hobbit Hunter.
I must hear what you saw in Osgiliath, and I must hear it quickly.
There you are, Baradbeam. I suppose you have been north to the Ramus Echo on Imrahil's errand. I told you to assist the Prince of Dol Amroth, but soon afterward I regretted doing so. There were some matters I should have asked you about in greater detail, but I gave away my chance by sending you away. It is all set right now, for you have returned, and I will worry at it no longer. I must hear what you saw in Osgiliath, and I must hear it quickly. No, not here. Speak to me if you are ready, and we will depart together for the old archives, where we will find the first and oldest collection of scrolls in the city. I think your tale may require further study, and that is where we may conduct it.
Let us go to the old archives and speak on the way.
You may begin your tale of your experience in Osgiliath as we walk, and perhaps I will have heard its full extent by the time we have arrived. I must not spend too long poring over old scrolls when battle is so close upon us, but my heart tells me that there is something we have overlooked, some detail that may be of use to us in the days ahead. We must know what this thing may be.
Your encounter with Gothmog fills me with a dread I cannot explain. I hope to learn why here in the old archives.
Welcome to the old archives, Baradbeam. They are carved into the pure rock of the center of the Sage's Neath when the city was still called the Tower of the Sun. This was the original library and storehouse of the city, and it remains a trove of ancient knowledge and secrets. There is much to discover in the scrolls and books that are kept here, but few in these days give much thought to these dusty shelves. There is no semblance of order to be found. It was in these dark chambers that I found the scroll of Isildur, and learned much that I needed to know. I'm worried about the commander you met in Osgiliath. Gothmog, the Dread Terror. He claims to be Mordorith, reclaimed from the void. But neither of those is his true name. His true name was Eärnur, and he was the last king of Gondor. Excuse me. Eärnur was mighty, and he did not lack for courage, but he possessed none of the caution that could have saved him from doom. He had great victory at Fornost when he defeated the Witch King of Angmar, but that victory stirred his pride to great heights. The Witch King fled. Prince Eärnur believed he had nearly rid Middle-earth of the terrible foe, and cursed his failure to end it there. Years later, the Witch King issued a challenge to Eärnur, now the King of Gondor, and summoned him to Minas Morgul. Eärnur went to the Dark City to face his hated foe and was lost. We know now that this will was mastered, and he became the loyal servant of his former enemy. He took a new name, Mordorith, and was given the rule of Angmar while the Witch King managed the interests of Mordor elsewhere in Middle-earth. Though your own efforts and those of the Rangers and the champion of Angmar, he was defeated, but it seems that victory was not to last. He maintained some bond to his former life, and it allowed his Dark Master to draw him back before he was lost for good. Search in this chamber for mention of Eärnur, and I will search the other. Man, Baradbeam must be loving this. Looking at all these old scrolls and whatnot. Do not find anything useful. Find a yellowed scroll that bears Aener's name many times throughout. You had better fortune than I did, Baradbeam, for I have yet to find anything. Let me see this scroll. Mithrender takes it from you and quickly reads the yellow parchment. After a moment, he looks up at you again. There are matters of interest in this scroll. It speaks of not one challenge, but two, a detail of which I was not aware. It appears that the Witch King challenged Aener to ride forth, and the king was dissuaded from that foolishness by his steward, a wise man named Mardil. That name I do know, for he would become the first of the ruling stewards when Aener disappeared into Minas Morgul. It is from his line that Denethor draws his authority. Aener did not ride to Minas Morgul alone. He was accompanied by a retinue of knights, and they disappeared with him. Some of these men you may have seen before, transformed into Kargul. This scroll bears their names, Oralang and Kalatur, Silmahatir and Messilnis. I cannot match these names with their fates. These names are not familiar to me, but I do have a dim recollection that a man named Oralang may have committed some heroic deed at the Battle of Fornost. It is the barest hint of a memory, but I have not even that for these others. Messilnis is a common name among the women of Gondor. None of the histories I have seen include any woman in their retinue of Aener's knights, but this scroll appears genuine to me. I have no reason to doubt it. Some of Aener's knights have returned to trouble Middle-earth as Kargul, but the power he wielded as Mordorith seems more deadly than theirs. We should expect he will be more powerful still in his guise as Gothmog. And yet, somewhere behind these masks does any of Aener remain? He was bold but foolish. Can it be that Gothmog will be the same? Search this chamber for more mention of Aener, and I will search the other. You found something else. Ah, yes, this book contains diagrams describing the passage of succession through the line of kings and then through the line of the ruling stewards. You see, here is Mardil, the first of the stewards, who ruled Gondor after Aener was taken into the darkness of Minas Morgul. Mardil swore an oath to rule only until the king returned, and each ruling steward has made the same vow. Mithrender looks around furtively, ensuring that you are alone. When he is satisfied that you are alone in the archives, he continues. Perhaps at one time the stewards believed the line of kings would return. That possibility must now seem quite unlikely. We should not speak of it, even here, and there is one on his way to Minas Tirith who will remind Denethor of his vow. The king may very well return to Gondor, and the rule of the stewards will no longer be necessary. Until the king returns. Oh dear. Baradbeam, you are not to speak a word of this to anyone. But I fear that we may have overlooked a crucial detail. What detail? Our mutual friend approaches the city in the company of his Dunedain kin. If Gondor survives the war to come, he will claim the kingship. He will trace his line back through the years to Isildur. But what if someone else seeks to claim that right? Oh, what if Aener claims the kingship? He is descended from Menarion, brother of Isildur, in unbroken succession. He can prove he is Aeoner, his claim to the throne. His claim to the throne is stronger than Aragorn's. We must prevent it, Baradbeam. We must prevent the return of this king. It may come to nothing, Baradbeam. There are few in the city who would believe that a man might return from the darkest depths of evil. Though he was once Aeoner, he was worn many guises since he was king of Gondor. He cannot be the man he was, and despite the rules of succession, he has been corrupted by Angmar and by Mordor. We must remain alert. If Gothmog does seek to seize the throne of Gondor, we must oppose him, no matter the cost. Dang. Let us leave this place. That's a cool twist. Let's talk to Mithrandir. We must keep each other's confidence on this matter and tell no one the true nature of Gothmog's lineage. No good can come of it, for Gondor or for this Middle-earth. I do thank you for your tale, Baradbeam, though it be unpleasant and worrisome. Better to know and prepare than to be taken unawares. For now there is a city to defend. We must set our will to its defense and let all other matters fade into the background. There are lesser matters, for as long as the gate and the men defending it stand strong. May that be a long time. May that be long enough. Okay. Alright, well with that, I think we're going to go ahead and end here. So guys, I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Lord of the Rings online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.